Oh, hi there. Welcome back to the Whole Bucket, or welcome to the Whole Bucket. And to another Friday Freebie feature, the last one of the How Do You Do style. As you can see, or if you're new, you don't know this yet, this is last week's Friday Freebie feature. And I was extraordinarily unhappy with it. But if you watched the video, you know that I was having a seriously bad brain day. If you don't know where this is starting from, go back to last week's Friday Freebie feature and just look at the picture at the end. You don't have to watch the whole video unless you want to. But take a look at where this project ended up last week. I took a little pause, gave myself a little extra rest, and came back to this project. And I would just like to show you quick where it actually ended up. I think it's done now. But this whole front is very different than it was where we left it. And I have it bound with the dyed cord, and I've added my my rope dangle and my pearl and anchor thingy jobber, and I put this on it just for the heck of it because it was another piece from the How Do You Do stuff, and it's silver and it went with this. So, you know, for love of the sea or pearls or, you know, rope, I don't know, for love of something. Here is a cluster that I added to the back. And back to the cluster I added to the front. And this is a ATC folio. So inside, I added a cluster here, and a decor here, and a decor here. Now, I don't know that I should add something here. There's a bunch of blank spaces left. But the point is, the cards are in here. So, like I said, it's an ATC folio, right? So it's got two 4-piece sets that tuck into this design. So the tall ones go in the taller narrow spots, and the horizontal ones go in like so. I think I had them looking better last time, but whatever. And there's 4 more in here. So just to show you where I went back and made a bunch of changes, that project did not turn out so great. And now I am much happier with it. Much happier with it. I don't know that it's still like my best work, whatever, right? But I'm not depressed about it anymore, and I actually was. So, on to today's Friday Freebie feature, and the last of How Do You Do round 2, right? And oh my gosh, this is gonna come out on November 1st, which is actually the first day of the next How Do You Do. It's gonna be a very crowded day next Friday. It's fine. For today, though, I would like to show you our featured freebie. This is from Darcy at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And her freebie is these wonderful whimsy houses. So there are 4 on this page, as you can see. And then there are 3 on this page, so they are a speck bigger. And or just a different orientation, right? Like, I didn't sit and measure them. This one's taller, but narrower a bit, right? Well, there's some size comparison anyway. And then the 3rd page of the freebie is those 2 same pages but shrunk down, and then like a bonus strip of art over here. I shrunk these down even further, I think. Or did I just use this? Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's find out, shall we? Oh yeah, I just used this size. Oh wait, no. That is smaller. It's a tad smaller. Okay, I'll show you what I did in any case. I cut out a bunch of them in card style or fussy cut style. That's one thing. Check out Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'll obviously linked below, right? That's how things go around here on the YouTubers. And go over there and get a freebie, and go over there and buy another kit or a journal or some stuff, and support Darcy and her art journey, because she is lovely and so is her art journey. How do you do, wise? This is what is on the table for today. It looks orange in the picture. It's actually pretty red. It looks red-orange, but it's really just red-red. Okay, it's doing funny things in the color department, but that's fine. This is a book. As you can see, that was a brilliant sentence. This is a book. It's made out of all kinds of the leftovers from the How Do You Do project. So, I'm going to flip through it quick just to show you what we're working with. And as I go through it, you're going to see stuff from How Do You Do. And from the freebies I used all along the way. Like this right here is from Louisa Heinzel's Easy Mixed Media Board, Master Board or something. I don't remember. This is from the How Do You Do? Oh, this is proof about something that I learned in the How Do You Do project. And that is, just because you love something doesn't mean you're going to find it easy to use, because I love these papers and I love this cardstock right here. And I didn't use them. They ended up here in the book. But the mini book is full of stuff that were leftover bits and pieces, or things I didn't know how to use, or like this, scraps of things that I did use, right? I didn't know how to use the button paper clip, so I just stuck it in this extras book. But there it is. Whoops, 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 hold on. My beads are getting away. Okay. And yes, look, it's a 2 signature tiny book. And still, this is not, there's nothing wrong with what ended up being leftovers. Some of it was actually my favorite stuff in the whole kit. But number one, we got a lot of stuff between us. It was just such a fun collection of stuff. And number two, just because you love it doesn't mean you know how you want to use it. I said that already. Now I said it again. So here it is, a little journal. Let me actually measure it. It is 3.5 by almost 5. It's like 1/16 of an inch short. 3.5 by 4 15/16. Whatever. 2 signature book, has the flower wrap, just like one of my other projects out of this thing did, but I liked it so much I wanted to do it again. Up there, past the birdie and the flowers and the fun kitty, are some more of the stuff that's left over, and some stuff that I have pre-cut out from Darcy's freebie kit. And we're going to finish this journal using whatever we feel like from the leftovers to make cards and pockets and stuff from Darcy's kit. So I'm going to set the journal aside and pull over the first thing I have. So here's a funny thing. I set this stuff aside a bit ago and had to go do some other projects. And now I can't remember why I stuck these particular things together. So, like, I can tell that these colors match these colors, and that it's a postcard, so I put a stamp with it. The button kind of matches the theme of the house. And I got a piece of tea-dyed paper. I have no clue what I intended to make out of this. None. Zero. Zippo. I can assume that I was going to back this postcard with paper because that's what I do. It looks like maybe it's actually not quite enough to fold to make 2 layers. So why don't we just, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this was what I was going to do. So I will go ahead and glue this down. Ah. Grr. Ah, grr. Grr. Ah. Okay. Okay, there you go. And then we need a scissors because we're going to chop this down. And I want to do some unifying all the bits with some edging. It looks like I already did some edging on this house. But you know what? I have no idea what ink I used. And I think I did that out in my living room space. So I don't even know if I have a vintage photo, but I'm sure that's not what it is because it's lots darker. Yeah, I bet whatever it is out there somewhere. So let me just grab, I think that's a super dark red. Let's find out if this will work. I mean, the book is a super dark red, right? It actually is a pretty dark brown red. So maybe this is fine. That's not trimmed properly. I'm gonna just trim that a little better. I think my things like corner rounders and what have you are all out in the other room too. I've been going a little crazy with crafting here and crafting out there, and it's proving to be a problem. You know, not knowing where your own tools are, that sort of thing. So, let's see. I think I was going to use the version of this stamp that does not have the edges on, but I kind of like that postmark bit. Good grief. I have no idea what I was going to do. What if I did like a holder for the card out of this thing, right? And then I could put that like that, tuck that in, and maybe, oh, hey, maybe we just put the stamp on the other side as if it were a postcard, a real postcard, like right up there. And then maybe I can just take the postmark off. Oh, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but well, what do you think? I mean, you should talk louder. I can't hear you. All right, I'm gonna do it. Tear it off. I mean, I could use these little postmark strips somewhere else, and don't put it past me because I totally might do such a silly thing. You never know. But I think I'm just gonna put this that way. rather than the other stamp way. I think I'm going to put it just down at the bottom of what would be the writing area. Okay, so if I did that, and I did that, then I think I want the button to be a tag handle pull thingy. But now I don't like it. I don't like that. I like that. Okay, wait. Maybe there's a different thing. Like, I still have a birdie. I still have a lot of these buttons. Okay, you want to hear something really funny? So, I did put these kits together without peeking, right? I put everything together and then wrapped them all up and just randomly sent them out and about in the world. And I didn't peek. And I did it because I don't want any advantage. I don't want to overfuss. Just all kinds of reasons. I like this better. I like this birdie with this. It's not an exact match, but somehow the birdie just goes to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I guess I'll just put this over on the book. And then when we get a few done, we'll find places for them. Next. Anywho, when I was watching the videos about what people ended up making, I was really jealous. Like, some of you got prettier designs on your buttons and much cuter kitties than some of my kitties. Okay, that's not true. They're fabulous. But I did have a little bit of supply envy, and I just thought that was hilarious. There were moments of, oh, I like that button. How stupid. Okay, I'm fairly certain that this is what I was going to do here. I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer, right? That this is what I intended. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'll only edge the card, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to try hard to not edge everything, but I know me. And I'm not likely to let it go. So let's get this glue in place and get this glued down before I stop myself. I'm feeling the anxiety. You didn't edge the paper yet. Oh my God, you didn't edge the paper yet. Okay. Now this one. Whoops. Okay, and the house. I really should edge the house. I should edge the house at least, right? Oh my goodness. I learned something else kind of funny today. So I had some genetic testing done because because it was needed, but I got one of the results today and talked to a genetic counselor today, and one of the results in the here, hang on a second. One of the results in the test was significant to a medication I took years and years and years ago. So it's got nothing to do with me now, but when I was reading the results before today's meeting, I talked to her about it today, but I got the results a couple days ago. So when I was reading through stuff, I saw the reaction, or the notice on there, this person should not take this medicine. And I took 2 versions of the same medication. And it was way back, a long time ago, when I was in my 20s. way back there. All right, now we can put that aside. Let's let that birdie dry a little bit. Okay, next. I made a little booklet out of the monies and put some of those little stickers in them. So there are surprise kitties in here. Or maybe those are bears. I don't know. But there's surprise critters with ice cream in there. Anyhow, when I was taking those meds, or trying them anyway, I had the most terrifying reaction. I had lucid dreams that weren't dreams, they were nightmares, and weren't entirely lucid, or at least I didn't know they were until I had panicked for quite some time. So what I mean by that is I thought I was awake, and I thought all of a sudden my bedroom was on fire on the floor around my bed. And the flames were coming up, and I was panicking. And by the time I was trying to figure out how to get off my bed, the flames had gone all the way around my bed. And now my bed is being consumed by flames, and I can't get off my bed. And I'm freaking out and screaming. And then all of a sudden I realize it's a dream, and I'm sleeping. And I didn't know what to do. Why are these 3 together? Hold on, I better check this before. Like, this is easy enough, but what's the kitty doing here? Did I want these 3 things on this? Oh, maybe I did. That's actually kind of cute. If I make the house farther away. Anywho, I'm going to figure this out while we're chatting. So, I didn't know I was still sleeping. And then all of a sudden I would realize that it was a dream and that I was sleeping. And then I'd start thinking, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I would wake up. And I thought, oh my goodness, okay, great. I'm awake, good. But then all of a sudden the flames would come back. And then I would think, wait, it was real. The flames are back. No, you're dreaming. You only thought you woke up, but you're sleeping. So then I start chanting, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I would do that like 5 times in a row until I would actually wake up. But then I was so scared and paranoid, I didn't know if I actually woke up. That went on for, I don't even know how long, but a long period of time before I'd actually fall asleep and get past it. And it went on for a few weeks because the doctor didn't believe me that it was causing what I called at the time hallucinations. And he put me on the first medication at first completely messed me up, and the second medication did it worse. I don't know what this is for. I don't know what this is doing. I like just the house and the piece of paper, I guess. I'll figure out the kitty later. Anywho, so the doctor didn't believe me. Said that's not what this medicine does, blah, blah, blah. Blew me off. Put me on a different version of the same medicine and said, try this one. I'm like, all right, if you say so. And I did, and it was worse. And then I quit the medicine and the doctor. So, whatever. Anyway, all these years later, this genetic test shows that I metabolize that medicine, both of them, both versions of it, super fast. and I should not take that medicine. It's dangerous for me to take that medication. Now, the genetic testing certainly didn't exist when I was taking it, but the fact that that was my experience and the doctor didn't believe me is always maddening, right? And yeah, he should have just listened to me. Doctors should listen to their patients for the most part. I don't know what I was going to do with the cat, but I like how the cat goes with this. So I'm not sure what I want to do here, because this is super cute. This was my cat that had a sad face, and I added some bits to his mouth so he wasn't sad anymore, because I couldn't take that he was sad. I'm going to set that aside together with the book, and if I think of how to get the kitty attached also in a way that makes sense to my brain, we'll probably do that. But let's move on. In the meantime, we have this one to worry about. This is another folded piece, and this is a tag. It's got a hole right there. I wonder if the kitty goes with this one. Come here, kitty. Not as well, huh? That doesn't go as well. Does the kitty go with this one? Yes. I like the kitty with this one as well. And this one is sitting with this piece of paper. Huh. Okay. I mean, just because I did it on the book doesn't mean I can't do it again here, right? So maybe I make a card like this. Oh, good grief. So maybe it is, the house is far away. In fact, maybe this card will work better because I can do more dimensional bits. And I have this bit. Not sure how I want to do this. Should we put Darcy's name in my little mini journal? There, Darcy. Darcy's mixed media. Okay, if we do something like that and something like this, then we can put the cat way down here. Is that a thing that makes more sense to me? It does, actually. Do you guys think I'm ridiculous? Because it's not that different. But it makes more sense to me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some torn edges, though. So let's tear that. And let's tear this. And I'm going to go ahead and edge just the torn edges, I think. Nope. Oh, look at that. I lied completely. I couldn't do it. I was so gonna. Okay, I'm gonna set this one way this way. I might even tear a little bit more off over here. Because I'm going to do a torn bit here, and I'm going to tear all the way across the top on this one. Down the other side. And let's edge this all the way around. Can I stop and only do torn edges? No. No. In fact, I can't even do a straight edge right there. Oh, goodness. Can't do it. Okay. I want this whole piece torn. Okay, so this one then will go here. Like so. But up a little farther, right? Let's see if the whole thing can go up a little further. Yep, I gotta take a little edge off this. I didn't like, there just wasn't enough, there wasn't enough room to stagger. I want it a little more staggered than I was able to get away with there. And actually, it's supposed to be the farther you get away, the less color. So maybe I want to put these sideways. And put them like this instead. Let's give it a try and see anyway. No, that's not working. I could put the darkness in both directions, but that covers up the Darcy. Poor Darcy, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't have to. So I want the kitty in the forefront. Oh, I wish I could make up my mind easier about such silly things, because in the end, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's all gonna be fine. There. I am fairly happy with that. I'm gonna do that, but I am going to outline the house. It's too blendy for me. So I want it to stand out a little bit. Okay, that's what we're doing. Finally made it. This one's a hard one. Finally made it. Okay, anyway, that's my med story. At least that was the humorous part. Of the genetic testing situation. I was quite entertained when I saw all that. All right. All right. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, we have more stuff to make, and we have to finish a whole journal, and we're gonna need more things to talk about. And I should have thought of some stuff. I should have thought of some stuff, like cool topics of the day or some such thing. There we go. One kitty. He didn't travel too far from home. There we go. Now, since this is just a piece of paper, I think I want to take something, possibly this, because it was right there. Nope, it's not big enough that way. Wait, wait, wait. What about this way? Oh, almost. Almost. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to glue this down to this piece of cardstock, right? It's just another leftover. Yeah, this way. And then I can just find another little piece, something to put on the back near the spine, right? To cover up where this little hole is going to be. So that'll give weight to the piece as a whole without altering the front, since I already made my decisions in the front. Let's make sure I didn't cut it apart. Ha! I did not! There are no holes in the card. That's a good sign right there. Okay, so now we need a little something to go right there. How about a strip of kitties? Maybe a strip of kitties. Oh my. Okay, wait. There's another leftover chunk. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh, here's something promising. What about this? Ah! Look at my scissors. What about 2 pieces of this right here? Okay, so now what if we just make that a little wonky so it looks like it's on purpose rather than just going around kitties? And what if we take this, we can put it right here. Put the kitties like so, or like so. I don't usually like to center things, but that design on the paper makes it look kind of cool, just like that. To make it a little off, I could do this. I don't like that at all. It looks like I'm just putting stuff there with it, and it makes no sense whatsoever. If I had thought this out better, I would put this here with brads or some such thing, so it looked sturdier. So maybe that just doesn't go there at all. How about a birdie? Maybe a birdie sits here. Maybe we'll think about that later too, because now I'm just going slower than anything. I think I want to use this kitty and birdie in there. And I have this leftover birdie and this one. And I have more houses. So I have the ones that I showed you at first that are not cut out at all. And then I have these little ones that I cut up partway, and I have these 2 more that I cut up to use already. So I got more of those, and these kitties, and these scraps. And then I mean, seriously, wherever these gears came from, I need these. Where did you get them? I do understand how stupid that is. I do. I get it. But I need these. And there was other styles too. And I need those. And somebody write me a letter because I need them. Bunches and bunches. There's a button with the flower glued to it. And here's a bunch of little stuff. And some beads and pins and my favorite gear that I don't want to give up. That might be my souvenir from the project. I might just decide that that's a thing. Okay, let's pull what we just did, plus the book over, and start placing stuff. So this right here and the one in the back are that wooden flower, as you can see from the project. And I made it so that stuff could be tucked in. And there's a big problem with that. It's too tight. It's not very friendly for tucking in, and they're ugly. So, you know, I thought, didn't I make it? Yeah, well, see, just like that though. That's probably fine though, isn't it? What if we took this and glued it on the flower? I don't like that. What if we took this one and glued it on the flower, on the wood part? Oh, you know what? I like this part. Hold on, I like this part. The leaves and the... Will that go? No, that would just get wasted. Alright, I might have to think of a way to use that part I just noticed that I like. In the meantime, I think I'm going to glue this part right here. Yep, I like that. To this. And here's how I'm going to do it. So I will put a bunch glue stick. And then I kind of decided that I want this part right here to go on there. Nope, like that. I think. I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but what we're going to do is just leave this dry. And as soon as it's dried up, dry up. As soon as that's dried up, we will tear off the remainder. Now what we could do is something very similar right up here. Maybe with that edging that or this bit that I loved so much right here. Ooh, that's an idea. In that case, we should cut it out first though, because I don't want to end up with more than I want, and gluing could get tricky. course, I grabbed my water pen that actually has water in it last. Why would I grab the one I need first? So here's the piece I'm talking about. I'm just going to go like this to stay kind of far away from it. So when I get the water in, I don't tear it, but this is the bit I'm thinking of. Where's my line? Okay, there's the bit I'm thinking of, is this stuff right here. And if I put a chunk of glue all across there, we could just tear that off, right? Or not even necessary, really, because I just did tear it. In fact, maybe that's the answer for this piece, right? Maybe I'll just do that and get rid of that piece. And this, and get rid of that chunk. Get rid of that chunk. And then I don't know about that, because that's where I think that's where the page as edge is going to be. We don't necessarily have to get rid of all the color over there, but I do want this off. And I do want this chunk of red out of here. Chunk of red. Okay. All right. Grr. Okay, so two different ways to do this. Tear it with water the way you want it ahead of time, or glue it down and tear what doesn't stick to the glue. Both are completely valid and usable in different areas. Okay, I think that is what I'm trying to do. And yes, there is glue all the way over there. Okay. A trimmy trim. Snip, snip here, snip, snip there. And a couple of la-di-das. I don't remember which song goes with which one. Okay, so we gotta let that all dry. That's gonna be tricky. So let me get, here, I'll use this. Something that should pull off the glue fairly easily, no matter what happens. And we will move on. This page could certainly use something. So do I glue this down and tuck one in here? This actually needs a top thing, doesn't it? We could put this book in here, though. What do you think of that? That's actually just another card. Maybe the actual book could go in there. Like so. The little chunky puppy. Oh, I got an idea. Let's try something new. I've never done this, so literally we're trying something new. I hope this works. But I'm going to edge, as you can see, all around where the pocket is, and then I'm going to edge another little bit. So I'm going to curl this and try not to fold it. Just like so. And on the other side as well. Don't fold, please. Okay. Get under the book. Would that be a cute thing to put the book in? I think it is a cute thing to put the book in. Okay, so here's what I need to do to make that work. I need to... Actually, this curve needs to be a little different. So I didn't realize this one wasn't behaving, but it didn't curve all the way to the fold, and I want them to be the same. So I'm going to have to measure that again. There we go. Now it's curving properly. Tis curving properly. Get under the book. Under the book, please. Don't you hate it when your paper misbehaves? I know I do. Okay. I'm trying to do this without creasing, and I think I just creased the top one. Anywho, I'm going to do this rounded edge like so. Put the glue on the little tabby bit that we just rolled. And I know these are going to get creased in the end anyway, but I want to make sure that it curls neatly around the book before I put it down. Because I'd like it to kind of grab on. Okay, there we go. That's about as close as I'm going to get. Now we can crease it down. Now, that should be a little bit of a gusset, as well as a poofy little pocket for the little book. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a little while and think about what I've done. All right, so this one was for the birdie. And I think we already committed 2 cards to the first 2 pages, or 2 fairy houses, right? To the first 2 pages of this journal. So I think we better skip to the second signature and put something in. I'm kind of liking this, but oh, I like this a lot, except the birdie doesn't show up well enough. But I like the dark on dark. It makes the card just kind of spring to life. Do I have anything in the back? I don't have anything in the back. Alright, I guess it's going to have to go on here. I didn't want it to because the other side of this page is the paper this came from, and that just seemed off to me, but I guess it's okay. This one was already edged, but I want to get some of this red-brown color on here just because of what else is going on in this kind of layout space, right? And then I don't have my other liquid glue in here. Guess where it is? in the living room. Yep. So we're gonna sneakily try to do the edge gluing with glue stick. That ought to work just fine, I'm sure. Okay. Down you go. And oh, shoot. Shoot. Don't do that, please. Don't wiggle. Now I got gluey red all over the place because I apparently had ink on my hands too. Let's get it all off of the page. Get off of my page. Alright, let's get most of it off the page because it's not all going to come off the page. There we go. Oops. I glued myself to the page. There we go. Okay, so I like this in general. I don't like the stark white and the stark white, but since there's a few stark whites and there's some stark white in that gem right there, I'm going to try to live with it. Because it's really not bad, right? And the birdie has a stark white dot on his eye. Okay. White is okay. Weirdo. White is okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is a problem in my book. A problem child. It is, let's see, it is deep enough to be a full pocket for a thing. It is also extremely ugly because I tried a couple of things on it. It didn't work, and then it picked up something from a different thing, and I don't know what, but it's, you can see it's a mess. Since I did this on the front cover, though, what if I do this to at least the wooden flower part, and then I don't necessarily have to put anything in it, right? I could just decorate it and leave it as it is. Oh, that does not work. That does not work. This might have to be piecemealed a little bit. Alright, I think I'm going to do that just for some unity's sake. Just for some unity. Let's go ahead and go with that plan. And then something may or may not come to me at some point to do with this tuck spot. Alright, I believe that is a goodly amount of glue. I didn't want to cover the brads. The brads might get covered because I really doubt that I've managed to get every speck of glue off just by doing this. Okay, so here is a piece I think can be piecemealed in for that top bit. For the rest, I really am just guessing, but this looks like it might be okay. And then this, I thought could go like so. I was not expecting another little part blank, but look, look, look. We have another little bit. Alright, so same thing as the front. I'm going to let this dry for a while we do other things, and then we'll tear it off. In the meantime, wait, this kitty was for the front pocket? Is that right? Yeah. Not good. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can totally see that. Look at the wood part is peeking out. Didn't get glued properly. And now it's torn, but not covered. All right, we're gonna have to give that a few minutes to dry, and then hopefully that will not look like a repair and it will look just fine instead. All right, back to the back of the book. We have this one and this one that we need to put somewhere. If I make this a pocket, nope, nothing interesting shows through. Let's try the front one and see if it is any different over here. I suppose I could just make another hole, couldn't we? There are no rules as to where the holes in your holy paper should be. Oh wait, the window goes in there, kind of cool. That's really nothing to write home about though, huh? What about, oh, what if we did this one though? That's kind of funny. Do you think I could create a card that gets those exactly in that spot? I can't believe I'm going to try to do this. I might try to do that, but wait a minute. Let's try to see if there's something easier. Oh, and I'm way over time. Gosh darn it. Isn't that just like me? Oh, cute. Too cute. Okay, that's going to have to go somewhere. All right, so I am already at my full hour, and that's typically how long my shows are. If you hung out this whole time, bless you. Leave a comment, leave a question, leave a thumbs up if you would, please. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. Oh my gosh. Did I knock the camera a long time ago and not even realize? I apologize. That's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to hit the pause button. I'm going to work on a few things that we have already talked about, let some glue dry, and then I'll come back and show you what I've done and what I intend to do to get it completely done. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a quick flip through and show you what I did while I was away. Here, I think this might help. Yeah, that helps. Okay, so I just put this tag on a pin. You can see that all by yourself. I guess I just say things because I say them, not because they're important. You know, just to say stuff out loud. Okay, so this is done. I like this front cover much better now, and the kitty card turned out fine for me. It's backed with that. I never filled the hole, did I? I might just leave it. It doesn't look like it's something bad. I put the word beautiful right there just so whoever looks at this book is reminded that they're beautiful. The little tiny book is in its fat little pocket. That turned out fine. And then nothing for a little bit, which is a mistake, so I might go back and put a couple more things in there before this is done, because that's what I do. I put a sewing lady card in there because it's one of my leftovers. I tucked the birdie card into the weird button paperclip thingy. This one's still a flip out. Oh, there is the I put the word trust on that kitty birdie tag idea, so that turned out to be a thing. And the other side is pretty too, actually. Look at that, it's a viney flower. So I don't think this one is for writing on, it's just for humor, apparently. The leaf is plain. There's the button birdie pocket tuck. Good grief, it's coming up. That one's being stubborn. There's another pocket I put in with the cute birdie. And I put This World Needs Hope on this card type house one. And there's the back, now that it has some, I mean, that's technically decoupaging, so some technically decoupaged flowers upon. I sure like it much better now. It was just too plain. I don't like the center. I don't like that it's boring and open. I don't like that the seam is in the center of it, or, you know, off center of it. I don't like that it doesn't have a card in it. It's driving me kind of bonkers. Oh, this has little scraps sticking to it. So, if you stuck around to the end of this video, I sure appreciate it. And I would like to say, make sure that you check out Darcy's channel, Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. This is her freebie. I will be tucking a few more things in this fat little journal thingy. And this is the very first video where I am remembering to put my okay, my camera keeps vibrating itself off center, so I apologize for that again. Anywho, I am going to remember to put my YouTube channel email address in the description box. And this is the first time I think I'm remembering to actually do that. And I've even remembered to check that email a couple of times. And I'm going to celebrate this little victory by giving away this little journal. So if you live in the United States, and you would like to win this little journal, even though I get it, it's nothing special, right? It's nothing. It's nothing. Look at how many mistakes it has. It has shiny glue bits there that I didn't clean off. So, if you want to make a home for this misfit child that I didn't take very good care of, but has Darcy's beautiful houses in it, the first person to put a comment that says, I would love to make a home for that little misfit child, in the comments. And then you have to send your address to my email address in the description box. I will mail this to you, the very first person who does that. So you will have had to watch to the end, and you will have to have some desire for a misfit journal. It is super cute. I don't know. Anyway, enough. I'm babbling. I'm gonna go put this all together and post it and schedule it, and someday this journal will belong to somebody. Okay, bye. Thank you. See you next time.